In yesterday's video, I said I was looking for a green open, and if we got that open, that would begin the third minute wave of an Elliott wave pattern that I'm following in AMC. I want to start with that analysis first, then go into the more simple chart pattern analysis following a pennant, cover my day trades, talk about GME, IWM, SPY, all in that order. Let's go! Here we are in a 15-minute chart looking at this Elliott wave pattern that I have been studying for a while now. I am going to try to talk fast because I got a lot of material to cover and I don't want this to take 20 minutes long. That takes forever to make those videos. Okay, so basically what's happening is we have this massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern where the advances of 1, 3, and 5 waves is greater than the declines in waves 2 and 4. 2 and 4 being corrective waves which feature measure move downs, ABC corrections, if you will. And these, of course, fractal into each other. And so we recently finished an ABC correction, which is a 2-minute wave. And we are now starting, I believe, the 3rd-minute motive wave. Yesterday, I covered this subminuet of wave 5, which did extend, and we did see that ABC correction of that subminuet wave moving into the close yesterday. And today, we did get a green open, and we pushed higher. And now what I see are some more subminuet waves, 1, 2, and we're working on an extension of the third, 1, 2, 3, but we haven't seen 4. So tomorrow's open is probably going to be a little dip, probably a 1, 2, 3 move back down, close to or around the 1250 range, followed by another rally. I think we're going to find another rally, looking for bullish continuation tomorrow after a short dip. And there is an uptrend through here I want to identify really quickly. And if I can get the 1250 level there, it's going to be right there below that trend line. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this line really quickly. Yeah, I'm really excited. This is a blast. I absolutely am super excited to see the price moving the way it is. So I'm going to see probably tomorrow morning a dive and then a bottoming pattern appear below this trend line. It's probably going to take longer than I want. So I'm going to draw a W and then we'll have a high and, that'd be a good... you know what? But if I'm talking about a 4 wave, I think that we might even have some spinning on that trend line. This would form a better 4 wave, of course. It shouldn't overlap the first wave, but it will on the intraday almost always. It's so dumb. It's not supposed to. But there you go. That'd be our 4 wave with our subminuet ABC, and then pushing higher into another minute wave, and off to the races will go into an extension of a 3 on a 3 of a bigger 3. Oh man, it's gonna be nuts. I think that this rally does have a lot of potential to reach $18 this week. I am looking for that. Ultimately, though, we're gonna start with testing 14, then 16, then 18. It's gonna happen in $2 moves like that, I believe. So moving into tomorrow, looking for a little dip and then finding support around 1250 before proceeding higher. I do need to see volume though. You'll see that volume was not spectacular today, even though the move was. So there is a word of caution here. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit and talk about what that is. On the daily, in fact, I might need to just pull up a blank chart here. Yeah, this is way too muddy. Let's bring out the default drawings. Now, the word of caution is that this entire push down, this could be, it is a corrective wave, I believe, wave 2. As implied volatility suggests, it's a corrective wave, as implied volatility is moving down with the price. So the correlation is positive, which means I believe that we are in a bigger uptrend in the one higher degree, the minute wave going up. So the word of caution is that this could be a minor high, that this ABC correction could be fractaling into a larger A, B, and maybe B is up here, C, before going down and finding more support, probably along the bottom of this trend line that's formed by the ugly double bottom that I'm following. You can see that the tail of this candle and the tail of this candle define that trend line, and it is possible the price comes, tops out, and then drops to that level before moving higher. That's the word of caution. But what I'm looking for is a spectacular rally up to $18 to reach these targets. And I guess I'm kind of segueing between my Elliott and my chart pattern studies. So I'm going to go ahead and change styles here, and we'll talk about this pennant that I've been following. I was actually reading in my book today, which I don't have on hand, but I should grab it. I'm going to disappear. And I reappear. So yesterday I was reading about leading triangles, and that was nuts. Maybe you can see it here just a little bit. There's a simple pattern here within this pennant, which the authors here say should lead to a dramatic reversal ahead. And I would say that we've seen that dramatic reversal begin. So without any more delay here, I want to keep going. Let's get up a drawing style here that makes more sense to me. Load style. Standard. And this is what that looks like. You can see now that my charts are colored and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a 15-minute chart so I can show you that pennant. Where is it? There it is. Going to zoom in really quickly. Beautiful breakout. 1, 2, and 3. This is exactly the open I was looking for. If you watched yesterday's video, if you remember yesterday's video, I was expecting the open to come down and touch that trend, and it did right there with a wick, and boom, off to the races it went. A beautiful beginning to wave 3. 1, 2, and this can't be wave 3 because it's too short, so it's got to be an extension of 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking 4 and then 5, and that will be the first minuet wave of the minute wave. And it's very possible that we reach that 1420 target tomorrow. In fact, that is what I'm going to be banking on. You do see a surge of volume in the open and in the close. I was looking for this yesterday. We got it today. Thank goodness. I am feeling pumped. I'm going to turn on the 1 minute chart really quick and I'm going to go over what my day trades were. A little more definition here. Really classical stuff all day long in the Discord. I was describing what I was seeing and watching it happen. It feels like I can see the Matrix. I can see the Matrix. It's nuts. It's nuts. I never thought that I'd be able to have this kind of forecasting power, but I do. So here we go. Looking at the 1 minute chart, I want to talk about my day trades first and foremost. I want to talk about how I saw this breakout occurring. There was a downtrend break, some price spinning there, and as the price broke above this small downtrend we set here, I said, you know what? It's time to start entering into calls. And so the first trade I made today was to buy a July 22nd $9 call. It was in the money with a distant expiry for $375. I want to try to get this cash in the money calls so it can sit there. I don't want to be risking my entire balance on riskier, more volatile weekly expirations, so that's why I bought this call. And it was a great place to buy it. The price did push up higher, and when the corrective phase started after this initial minor high, I took profits on the 1150 put that I bought yesterday and held into the close. And this was a good trade. I was really happy with that. As this corrective phase ended, I purchased a couple more calls, and right here I caught that tail just perfectly. Oh, just perfectly. Price double bottom, push up higher, and I wasn't greedy. And I just took profits there because it makes sense to take profits. I'm going to be playing these weekly expiries in and out just all the time. I'm going to be counting on these in the money calls with the July expiries to really pick up the overall price actions worth of gains and let it build into the future. So that's my approach right now. Hold in the money calls long term. Well, not really long term, I guess, because I probably will sell those next month, if not next week. But, to have basically most of my cash tied up in a longer trade and to have smaller portions of cash working in and out every single day, trying to build up as much profits as I can, obviously, managing my losses as I go along. So here is a shout out for Robert Lindelof, and he acted as support and resistance here, and the price did push up higher, and boom, off to the races we went. We found an extension of a third wave inside of a third wave inside of a third wave today, and this is going to be a very powerful wave, and I believe it is to continue yet further still. We started a big uptrend today, and going into tomorrow, you can see I am expecting the price to dip 1250, and that would be that would break this uptrend and start our 4 wave, and that's what I'm looking for. And it's probably going to follow that trend line right there. So maybe tomorrow it open, maybe we even open up higher, we dip down, and we'll find ourselves in a corrective phase here, and it'll probably have a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 extension, and then pull up higher if we don't get a gap up and a continuation of the run in an AMC special explosive rally. That's what I want to see. It's on the table. It really is on the table, but it's going to depend on the volume. If tomorrow's volume at open is low, then we're probably going to go through a corrective wave 4. But if we do just get an explosion of volume, we could start to see some really exciting things. So that's where I'm sitting at. I think I can actually even pull up my trades here. These are my orders from the day. You can see them at the bottom of the screen. There's 2 lines for each of those because there's a limit enter and then the order fill. Let me see if I can actually pull up my trades or my positions. It doesn't look like I can, so that's too bad. Nonetheless, I'll just scroll through these. You can see where I am buying and selling. I guess this is like a verification thing. Like, look, I actually did the thing that I said I was going to do. Because I really do. I really do share what my trades are. I really do. And in the Discord, I share what those are and when I'm doing them. And if I'm not too busy, I stream my charts as I go live or as I chart live. So if you're interested in that, join the Discord. There's going to be a link below. Not everybody can message, but that is by design. I like to maintain a small community that I can moderate, in which I can actually participate myself. And so if you do join a Discord, just be prepared that you will only be able to react to things, and that's okay. I do build the community a little by little by little, and I do assign roles that allow people to participate more. So feel free to join Discord. I think I'm done with AMC here. I covered my Elliott wave, my chart patterns, my day trades. So we're gonna go into GME now, and GME is really exciting too. I just can't even. I just can't even. This is nuts. That is so cool. Just do, and up it goes. An explosion of volume in the PM. Implied volatility is starting to come up. The RSI, of course, hitting overbought a lot, and that's good. I like to see that. That for me does not mean that the price is reversing. That means that the average gains are outweighing the average losses, which means buying pressure is stronger than selling pressure, and that is what is rally. That's what forms a rally. Okay, so I'm just really excited. I'm sorry. You can see that we are approaching this downtrend. If tomorrow this downtrend is broken, it's off to the races, I believe, because then we're looking for an upward breakout. You can see that today's close was above the high of this pennant, which means that Bulkowski's trading tips would indicate a buy signal here with a high of 148.46 closing at 146.48. Oh my goodness. Just shy of the buy signal. Just shy of the buy signal. But I bet you that tomorrow we're going to get it. I bet tomorrow we're going to get it, and it's just going to like rally, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I don't cover GameStop as thoroughly as I cover AMC, and that's because I try not to look at it too much. Going into IWM, I've been following this pennant handle, and I guess it's a leading diagonal triangle per Elliott wave analysis study, and we have a double bottom back here, so this is charging up for a powerful move. It does look like a rising wedge, but I said I don't believe it is a rising wedge, and it's not. It's a pennant, and guess what? Today we had an upward breakout. Kaboom! And now we're going to start testing that downtrend. It is possible that we do initially see a not a pullback, but a throwback into that pattern. Yeah, pullback. I know. Pullback per Bulkowski is when the price breaks out of the pattern and pulls back into it like it did here. This would be a pullback. And this would be a throwback where the price comes up and out and then gets thrown back down into. But this is an upward breakout. I'm imagining that we're going to see a corrective phase and then a big boom push above that downtrend. Getting above that red line is going to signal bullish continuation in the market. And I think we're going to get it. And it's going to be spectacular. I want to look at the daily chart really quick so I can get a read of what that looks like. Woo! Yeah, I mean, come on. Oh, would you like a bullish engulfing candle? That's a bullish engulfing candle. That is a Marubo's close. That is a long white day. That is a bullish engulfing candle. That looks sweet. Of course, a word of caution, volume is low. That's the word of caution. Volume is low and implied volatility is still dropping. RSI is coming up. So I guess what this is to say is that although today's moves were really impressive, it's possible that we'll pause, correct, before moving higher. Or just turn around and dump. But, you know, that's not as likely. If I had to give a forecast, it would be bullish continuation signals are likely tomorrow with a chance of corrective phases with rallies into the late PM. Be prepared for stop losses below 20% downtrends and price targets at above 150%. I don't know. Nonetheless, this is just really exciting to see the markets moving in this way, especially because I've been feeling bullish and I just like to see my analysis confirmed. Now, what I have shown is my topping theory if there is going to be a market crash, and that's not really what I want to focus on at the moment because I want to look at what I see and not what I speculate to be. So I did have a right angle descending broadening formation. You can see the price did form a double bottom outside of that and has now pulled back into that pattern and is now forming a waffle there. I was expecting a downward test of this 393 level with a pullback into the pattern and then perhaps a new uptrend, which I think we are starting to establish and that we will see realized on SPY. Going into right angled, and no, this is a descending broadening wedge. I'm following this pattern for a while, and look at this. It looked like at open that all was lost, right? You know, let me pull this down. This is ugly. But really, the price came and closed back at the top of this handle. So one more green day, one more green day, and IWM is going to close above a breakout downtrend. GME is going to close above a downtrend. SPY is going to close above its handle on the double bottom. And maybe also break out of a downtrend as well. Let's have a look here. I'm going to take that minor high. I'm going to connect it to this minor high. Nah, SPY has a ways to go still before it breaks its downtrend. But nonetheless, there's a lot of bullishness going on right now. And I think the takeaway is that it's too early to get too excited. That today was really, really good, but volume was low. Tomorrow, what am I looking for mostly? I'm looking for a continuation of bullish action, but most importantly, I want to see volume. I want to see a lot of volume. I want to see just oodles of volume. I want to see the kind of volume spike that makes you jump in your chair when you see it. Oh my goodness, volume. So I guess for today's video, that's what I have. If you're not subscribed and you like the content, please subscribe. I'm so close to monetizing. And if I can monetize, that would be fantastic. I want to always improve the quality of my content. In order to do that, I'm going to have to quit my job at some point. And to do that, I need to make more money. And, you know, I don't know if I'll be able to ever quit my job, but that's the dream. So if you like, subscribe. I do my best to be active in the community. And I'm just having a great time talking with people. There's a lot of good things going on in my Discord. A lot of smart people. A lot of people sharing things like sequence counting. That's something else I'm going to get into now, is sequence counting. And that's going to absolutely change the way I look at these charts and time reversals. I really do think that moving to the future, my analysis is going to become even better. Even better. I know. I called the drop from 45 to sub 10. How could it get any better? It can. So I'm looking forward to that. I have some new hardware here, but I got to figure out how to set it up. And with that, happy trading.